So, you guys, I just wanted to make a reaction video to this conversation just to further what he was talking about, also from a marriage counseling perspective. Let's talk about it. So, when the bride and the groom decide to get married, they're making a commitment of vows to be together. So, let's talk about now when they get married and they spend this much money to get married and they spend like $100,000 on a wedding and then they get divorced. You know how that feels for the man, especially if he paid for all of that and you did not live up to the expectations of making sure that your needs of those priorities that you told him you were going to do were met, and you didn't do that. And he spent $100,000 for that wedding, and then it ended up in a divorce. So, I mean, if you were just waiting around to see you to get married, not just to jump on it, just to say it was an opportunity for your investment, versus you don't want to put in the work of being married to your husband. Because I mean, he spent this much money to make you his wife, and he's told you you're his wife, not somebody you're going to trick on and make money off of. So, I mean, I'm just speaking, I'm just letting you guys know. It's like in marriage, it's the agreement that you guys both put together to say, I want to be with you and I'm going to take your responsibilities and you're going to take my responsibilities and we're going to be married together. And this is how this life will live for us of being an adult. If you wanted to make money on your own, go do so. I'm a woman coach. I tell you what you should do, but I mean, it's up to you to take that coaching, but in marriage counseling, the man's making this much money to pay for this wedding because you said what you displayed that you are a beautiful woman and you are his wife and you're going to love and honor and protect him. But then you left him in debt afterwards because you felt hurt because whatever viewpoint you didn't understand of being married to your husband, like sex, marriage, the constant being upkeep of your own self and making sure your client, not your client, your partner is also upkeep. Sorry, I came from, a different background also in life. So, I speak it as I speak it for women and men, so that way they both get their mouths fed. So, yeah, but in marriage, that's why men be like, oh, I'm not trying to get married too quickly. That's why they get scared. I'm like, oh, well, my uncle was married to his wife, but she didn't live up to his expectations. And they basically got divorced and they spent $200,000 on that wedding. And now the man is now homeless and the woman is moved on because it falls on the person who, well, usually it will fall on, if y'all made a contract, it's different because I know legal perspectives too. So I'm just keeping it real, so it's like you made a vow, you made a promise, just live up to it. Just live up to that promise, the declaration you decide to keep, and make sure you said it under vow of God and to the partner that you told it to. That's all.